My question is for the Minister for Children. What changes, if any, does she intend to make in response to Oranga Tamariki, Independent Children's Monitor, Experience of Care in Aotearoa 2023 to 2024 report that found that Oranga Tamariki social workers are under significant pressure?
The Honourable Karen Chhour.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Firstly, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Oranga Tamariki social workers for what they do, and also to the Independent Children's Monitor for what they do. I regularly talk with social workers across the country, and I've personally visited at least 29 Oranga Tamariki sites since becoming Minister. And I'm constantly impressed by their dedication and commitment to caring for children. I know it takes a special kind of person to do the work that they do. This government did not need to wait for this fourth report from the ICM. We already, amongst other things, secured funding of $68.5 million through Budget 2024 to upgrade the outdated case management technology system so social workers can have the tools they need, which means they can spend more time with children and families that they work with. And we've also recruited 33 allied support workers, which is a frontline role to support social workers by taking on tasks that don't require a social work qualification, freeing up social workers to focus on core work.
Supplementary. How does she expect social workers to collect data when their workloads prevent them from visiting all tamariki assigned to them? And what does she say to the 63% of tamariki that aren't receiving the minimum standard of care under the National Care Standards regulations?
I absolutely agree that it's difficult to collect data around young children. That is why we invested the $68.5 million into an updated case management system which will allow them to collect that data better. And it's why I also, in August 2024, set KPIs on the Chief Executive around the frequency of visits of children in care, timeliness around reports of concern, and supporting caregivers, because this means a lot to me and to the staff looking after our young people.
Supplementary.
Kaharaki.
What does she say to the PSA's National Secretary, Fleur Fitzsimons, that has highlighted, quote, decades of reviews and inquiries have consistently identified high staff workloads as a barrier to Oranga Tamariki consistently delivering on its purpose. The government's reckless spending cuts have seen Oranga Tamariki lose over 400 workers, meaning those remaining shoulder even higher workloads, end quote.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the PSA is entitled to their opinion, but at the end of the day, this government is committed to making sure that every dollar we spend goes towards our young people, and we are prioritising our frontline staff to make sure that they do have the tools that they need to do their job and do their job well.
Supplementary question, right on Mr. Peters.
In line with MP Karangi Carter's recent Select Committee request, if she offers the issue a hug, will it go away?
Yeah, that's not something that the Minister has direct responsibility for.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, how many additional social workers did Oranga Tamariki recruit last year?
Mr. Speaker, last year Oranga Tamariki recruited 463 field social workers. 410 of these were permanent roles. With attrition, this means that the number of field social workers has increased by more than 200 in the last year. We have also trialled and now implemented, as I said in the primary answer, allied support worker roles. This is 33 support workers working alongside frontline staff to free them up to do their role.
Supplementary. Can she confirm that she thinks the previous statement is factually incorrect, or is she dismissing it because of who the quote comes from?
I never said it was factually incorrect, Mr. Speaker. I said she's entitled to her opinion.
Supplementary. What does she say to the 507 tamariki and rangatahi that were abused or neglected in state care about the hope for their future, when there has been little improvement for them in the last 4 years, and the report stating that it is unlikely to change in the next report?
Mr. Speaker, since becoming the Minister of Children and even before being the Minister of Children, I've always advocated for the safety and well-being of our children in care. This is why I set it as a priority for Oranga Tamariki to get back to their core focus, which is the safety and well-being of our young people in care and those that come to the attention of Oranga Tamariki. No abuse is okay, Mr. Speaker, but what I would say is I've spent the last year going around the country encouraging people to, if they see something, say something. And this report shows that we now have staff that feel they can speak up when they see something that's going wrong, and we can finally deal with the problem.
The Honourable Lodging Prime.
Does she agree with the independent child monitor who is reported as saying that recent internal restructuring of Oranga Tamariki had pulled focus away from frontline work, while scarce resources were even harder to secure following the changes to the commissioning and contracting, and if not, why not?
Look, Mr. Speaker, change is always hard, but what I can tell you is, going up and down the country since becoming Minister, the culture and the way staff are dealing with our young people is showing a real positive turnaround. This has been an issue for a very long time, Mr. Speaker. This is a 4-year report. I'm responsible for this year that has come by. I'm not happy with that report, and I am making sure that we do better in the future.